Hello lovelies. I'm on my way to New York Fashion Week and I'm just about done with my suitcase here. It's always a struggle to put all the outfits together that I want to shoot, some different obligations that I have with brands, as well as just to what am I going to wear to the show? Because I only have one show. I have 3 events and 1 show, and I'm not going for a whole week. I'm just going for 2 days, which is not enough time to do all the things that I want to do, but I just try to time it so that it works with my family schedule. And I just can't believe I used to go literally for 5-6 days at a time. That seems insane. And then pop over to Paris. So now things are a little bit different. I have 2 boys, and when they were younger, it almost seemed easier to take off because it was just their simple needs being met in terms of make sure that they went to bed and they were fed and picked up from school and things like that. And now that they're a little bit older, I just ironically feel that they need me more. And, I think these years are going by so fast. I kind of don't want to miss a thing. And I love being there for them after school. But in any case, I'm trying to go in and out as quickly as possible and just do some of the things that are the most important things for relationships with brands that I really love. My travel outfit today is my QUINCE V-neck sweater that I love traveling with. It just becomes a really great thing to kind of take on and off. I'm wearing my Lily Studio. Ooh, it's a little too early for me. My Lily Studio wool turtleneck. And then I'm wearing my Halara comfy pants that have pockets. They just look like trousers. And then I will probably tuck them into my Chanel boots. I've had these for about 5 years and they still look brand new. Well, not quite, but they've aged really well. They're not really that scratched. So, okay, they are, but I wear them a lot. So I'm getting my return on investment. But yeah, I guess let's go to the airport. The New York Fashion Week's shows in February cover the fall-winter 2026 season, so here's a sneak peek of what's coming. Firstly, my favorite designer of all time, Ralph Lauren, showing a continuation of lots of rich heritage undertones with muted colors and earthy hues that look cozy, elegant, and classy. As always, the mix of texture was paramount, as was an ease about even evening wear, mixing structured silhouettes with flowy ones, and a mix of dressy and dressed down. Fun prints and attention to detail in brooches and belts also define the show. This was one of my favorite looks here, mixing all the elements I love: leopard print, a hat, riding boots, and texture. Even his dressiest looks have a feeling of wildness about them, and his more simple looks or everyday looks have these accents that just make them special. Next is Khaite, and I chose this one to show you because it's a great example of a brand pivoting to stay with the times while still staying true to themselves. What really struck me is that their typical restraint was somewhat kept, but they also incorporated fringe, bolder silhouettes, and almost allowing themselves to have a little bit more fun than usual in an increased mixing of textures and more drama. Like this skirt here, I don't know that we would have seen this even 5 years ago. For example, this here is more true to them, just cleaner silhouettes, minimalism, and obviously all black. And now look at this print on this beautiful flowy skirt. It almost looks like something from Wuthering Heights. Now in stark contrast, we have Tory Burch, which is a favorite because I feel that she is so defined and caters to the modern, busy fashionista, which is very much just like us here on this community. She uses color that makes sense, rich textures, and a mix of function and dreaminess that plays into our feminine whims. I also love that her clothes are so ready to wear, and you can just kind of go on her website and see some of these pieces if you have the budget for it, of course. I just took a nap in my travel pants. Oh, these socks are amazing, by the way. They're super plush. I need to link them for you. They're incredible. I just took a nap, woke up, and now it's time to start getting ready. So, let's see if I can pull it together. I just undid my braid, and I really like the way my hair came out, actually. So maybe I'll just oil it, and I won't do it. I don't know. What do you think? Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and Dyson it, because if this were just if I was just doing whatever today, then I would feel really good about my hair, because this is a nicer event, and sometimes I see people I've known for a long time, as well as, you know, just people that are very, very chic, even some fashion celebs or even celebs. So I am gonna go ahead and try to make it up here. I already have, this morning when I took a shower, I put some Kerastase heat protector on already, but I'm using my Roz oil again because it's not only like a anti-frizz and keeps everything nice and shiny, but it's also a heat protector too. It's one of the things that I probably use the most often right now for my hair, because I'm styling it, and it just makes it really nice and soft, especially because like my hair is so long and it's color processed, obviously. So let's Dyson it. Oh, actually now oh, I'm so confused. I am so confused. No, let's stick to the plan before it gets any later. The show that I'm going to tonight is Zhang Toi. He's an incredible designer that shows once a year typically, and his shows are always a complete theatrical production. They're always heavily themed. One of the shows that I went to was like all about New York and the spirit of New York. The second show that I went to of his was kind of like emulating an heiress in her grandmother's chateau, and kind of like how she would behave if she was left alone there with her friends. It was really fun. It was all black and white and everybody was stunning, and it was just like a big party. And then last year it was like the Orient Express theme. So like it was so glamorous and very 60s coded. So we'll see what's tonight. I'm excited to see what's tonight. But more than that, I'm just really excited to see my friend Leia, who I've known forever. We met through Instagram as content creators, and then my friend Monica. So let's get curling. By the way, I think this was the way to go. I feel like leaving, especially because the weather is a little, I don't know, it's a little bit like damp. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is it. I'm not gonna touch it yet. I'm gonna let it kind of sit and set for a bit before I start to like move it around. But now it's time to do my makeup, and I just found out that I'm running late because this took longer than I expected. As usual, I'm using this minimalist stick by Merit that's just like great for just like quick little cover-ups. I don't think I want to put on a ton. Yeah, my skin's not looking too horrible right now, knock on wood. I tend to break out a lot even though I'm 46, so it's like not fun, but just a little bit like where I need it, you know? I didn't bring a lot of like my brushes and things just because I packed very last minute, and I wanted to share with you what I was packing, but I ran out of time. Let's put some more eyebrows on. This is the Uni-Brow that I really love. I'm also looking for like a gel brow thing that just, you know, shapes a little bit more than just draws. Like this is really good at drawing, but I'm looking for something that just adds a little bit of shape and like almost like hair product, if you will. Let me know if you have any recommendations. Okay. Now, I love this Merit Creamy Balm and a Prey. Just kind of like do my clown face first and then bring it in with the finger. Sometimes when like, I have very oily skin, so sometimes like when it's summertime, I might use like an actual powder blush instead, but because it's winter and my skin it's still oily, but like it's not, you know, like total grease pan, then I'll use this cream blush because it just like slides on really well and pretty easy to maneuver. I think I overdid it, but I think for an evening like today, it's okay because I want to just like pop a little bit more than usual. I can't quit this MILANI highlighter that I got at Walgreens. You probably get it like on Amazon, I'll link it below. It gives you such a nice glow. Like you can even see it in this bad lighting. Like it just, woo. And the reason I found it was because I went into a Starbucks and this barista was wearing it, and I was like, wait, I'm like, what do you have on your face? And she's like, oh, it's MILANI from like, there was a Walgreens like next door. I'm gonna line my lips a little bit. This is the Soshi. I'm always sharing that lipstick. I hope I brought it because like I just dumped everything in here. But this is a lip liner, and I try not to start here. I try to like go like right there, a little bit more than like overdraw a little bit. And I got this tip. There was one year, I think it was 2022 or 23, where I actually walked a show in New York at New York Fashion Week. It was a total fluke. I was the shortest model, I think, on record by 4.
for my friend Nizzy, and it was very exhilarating. But the point of the story is not that I walked the runway, which was amazing, but also as a 43-year-old at the time, but more that what I learned, and it hasn't changed the way I do my lips, is that you kind of only want to do that, and you want to just do this right here like that. See, so it like provides kind of like that structure. And then from there, one thing that I can't live without are my little Maybelline lip crayons, because they just stay put. But I do need to hydrate afterwards because they're so drying. I'm gonna go with this color. This one is called Enjoy the View. And this one is more of like a berry color. This one is called Be Good, Be You. Wow, it's impressive I can still read this. I'm like 2 seconds away from needing readers. And I think the only reason I haven't had readers yet is because I'm constantly looking at my phone for my job and like reading really small text. And I feel like my eyes have adjusted to be able to do that. I feel like I'm becoming more nearsighted, and now like longer distances are just becoming a little blurry. So is that something? Okay, so that's kind of like the base here. And then I always like putting a little bit of that, you know, a little kohl action like this. Yay. Okay, I brought eyeliner, but I'm a little skeptical of putting it on. Oh, I did bring the Soshi. There we go. See? Oh, so good. It feels so good. I'm glad I brought this powder too, because this is like the perfect little palm to just like get the shinies away. This, great. Okay, let's try to put eyeliner on, which is probably not gonna go that well. Let's try. Now let's put eyeshadow on first. So these are just a little palette. It's not usually what I use, but this is what I brought for some reason. So here we go. Estee Lauder. I love a good brown shadow, just like simple. And I like around the creases, just like, see? Ooh, little smoke show. Ooh, I'm liking it. So this is my outfit, and I don't really have time for a lot of other changes really. It's Love Shack fancy skirt with my Chalcedonia fake sheer tights because it's cold in New York. Then these shoes that are, who knows what they are, but I've had them for about 8 years. And they're just like a really great kind of like dressed up booty because it's like slushy outside. And this is just a J. Crew button down. And then this is a bunch of bracelets from my friend Monica, who's coming with me, my Ralph Lauren earrings, and just my little neck mess. So I think I'm ready to go. I'm not too late. I hate being late. And so I'm finally on my way to meet up with Leia and Monica for a quick drink before the show. So I'm doing a little quick cab check before arriving. They're both very glamorous boy moms just like me, and they also happen to be jewelry designers that love getting dressed up. Monica was super sweet to give us these matching bracelets, and I actually have a code for her website. Her brand is called Dripping in Gems, and the code is Ziba15 for 15% off. I'm usually wearing these bangles in many of my videos, and so we just actually all ended up in black and white and felt very glamorous. As we headed into the show, we had a couple of photographers from different publications wanting to take our picture, which is so ironic because every time I decide to put the phone down and not shoot content is when it happens. So just got to run with it. But it's just a fun night where everybody feels glamorous and happy to be celebrating fashion, and this show was beautiful. Going to Fashion Week is always a little bit like what I imagine going to a high school reunion is. I've never actually gone to my high school reunion, but I imagine this is what it would be like. It's just fun to see people year to year and catch up on everything that's been going on. I'm trying a new serum called Rich Bee Protectant Prime Serum and Serum Base Protection. I've used it at home a few times and I love how smoothing it is. It just like makes your face feel like a baby's bottom. I'm a little swollen because I just think I'm exhausted. Last night was super fun, but now it's time to get ready for the day. I have a little shoot with my favorite photographer here in New York City, and just shooting a few things for brands, and then have a couple of events. So it's gonna be a packed day. I've been working with Brock Franco, my New York City photographer, probably since 2018. I just found him on Instagram and reached out to him and I said, hey, you wanna take some pictures? And that's how we met. We've become really good friends, and he just always knows how to get the look from me, and he is so patient and relaxed that like
that's kind of when you take the best pictures. And I just wanted to shoot some of my favorite brands like this look from Alice and Olivia, as well as Quince and others. But make no mistake, it was freezing out here and my mom would have killed me if she saw this. Heading to my first event. So that was the Inez spring preview. I talk about Inez all the time because I love heels and they always have such beautiful timeless designs and they're just really comfortable. So I was really happy to see the preview and also to check in with Hannah, the founder, who's just such a creative genius. She used to design shoes for Ralph Lauren and now she does her own thing. So I love that timelessness and classic style with a twist is very evident in all of her design choices. So now I'm headed to another event and I actually have to check to see where I'm going, but it's another shoe event, so it's more athletic, which we need as well as heels. I'm very much like one or the other, like either sneakers and loafers or heels kind of person. Like there's very little in between. So this is right up my alley. I am getting very dehydrated though, and I keep drinking water and it's just like going through me. It's Friday and I'm giddy because Nick surprised me last night. He was supposed to originally come with me on this trip. He's never been to New York Fashion Week. He's been to Paris with me a handful of times for Fashion Week, but never to New York because I feel like in Paris I kind of need him just because it's a foreign country and all the things. He was gonna come with me and then he ended up having just like a last minute work thing and he was like, I don't know if I can make it. And I couldn't believe that he like texted me last night and was like, I'm on my way to the hotel. So that was great just because, I mean, it is hard to mix like business and like pleasure type of trip, but we had a really nice dinner last night and just nice to be away without like anything, you know. And it's Valentine's Day weekend, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so very romantic gesture for sure and a wonderful surprise. So now I'm getting ready to go to the Oleada pop-up where I'm really excited to share some more of their bags as well as talk to Tiffany, the co-founder who I met up with last night and very casually and just got to know her a little bit. She was so generous and gracious to meet up with me and just talk about her business, how she got started. I think it's so important to build relationships with brands that you love. And that's why I went to Inez and other, you know, anytime that I can stop by a brand that I wear all the time, it's just so special to hear, you know, from the founders and why they're doing what they're doing. And it's definitely not easy to have a fashion brand nowadays. So I'm gonna get ready. I don't know what to wear really. Kind of nearing the time where like I think I'm out of outfits kind of, but we'll find something to wear. It's time for a little window shopping break, and I feel like Bergdorf's is kind of like New York's Harrods, where everything is displayed so beautifully. So let's look at some collections, bags and shoes and accessories, and I want to also find pieces that are better for budget, so I'll be putting those up on the screen as well in case you love something and don't want to spend a mortgage payment on it. And you really get a sense for what's really high fashion and trending, and just you kind of see where all of the inspiration is coming from when you look at Pinterest and Instagram and just the different fashion. These belted suede bags are still so in style. These are Miu Miu, so we've seen these a lot on the runway for the last couple of seasons. This is Khaite, and that zebra print is really fun and also very unexpected. Their Luna shoulder bags are also very copied, and you see a lot of different iterations with better price points. But this bag is so iconic, as are those totes in the back. You have a lot of different types of bags that you can get that have a very similar shape, including from Etsy. Now over here we have the Lotus bag, and we've seen a lot of different better for budget imitations of this, including the Madewell bag that I showed a lot last fall. That is a great alternative in case you want something just like this. And over here we have Totem. These bags are really beautiful and buttery soft. I think this is the first time I really gravitated towards them, including the belted tote. And here's us, the odd couple. Now over here we have the Queen, which I don't have any of his stuff, but I was really intrigued by it, especially the continuation of suede, including really fun colors like this burgundy, just like a lot of metallic accents on the bags. I actually am not familiar with this brand, but also thought it was interesting that it had like a scarf around the top handle. Also, take a look at this bejeweled bag. That is so pretty. Very different. And now we're heading to the row. I haven't spent a lot of time with the row bags, and I think the general kind of feeling that I get is that I'm just underwhelmed with them. I think that they're pretty, they're, you know, very minimalist shape and soft leather. I just am not sold on it at all. And things could change, but not right now. Now we get to go for the Chanel section. My husband's like, no thank you. Just saw a lot of really interesting pre-spring inspiration, including these rocket bags with pastels and the classic totes. Some accessories here, and this kind of like soft satin quilted bag that was interesting. Those shoes are cute. Yes, we're seeing corals and whites, just almost like everyone's waiting for spring, even though it was so cold that day in New York City. Next up we have the shoe department. Here is the Dior section. These were a really interesting texture, like lace, mesh. These were my absolute favorite. Just kind of a block heel midi boot that is classic. Lots of slingbacks and different options for flat shoes, including reimagined ballerinas and Mary Janes that are very classic. This is Celine section, and lots of like clogs, loafers, comfy sneakers, functional shoes, and sandals too, which makes me excited for spring summer. Sculptural heels are a big trend for 2026, and no one's doing it better than Lamo. So original. I was interested in them. If not wanting to buy them, I was just very intrigued. And here are these shoes by the row that I think just remind me a lot of my Capezio ballet slippers from the 80s and 90s, which is fine. I just can't believe the price, really. Also, the really thin sole, I think, like, that can't be comfortable, especially if you're walking a ton and commuting. The loafers are really pretty, though. And, oh, I love those ruched ones. They're very nice. Lots of high vamps everywhere. That's kind of interesting, but very thin, flimsy leather, too. If you have any, I'd love to hear how you oh, these are really nice, too. Here's the YSL showroom that I found pretty interesting. Their curated kind of selection of the moment. Faux fur, suede, the trenches, lots of baggy barrel jeans, plaid. I like it. It's nice. Leopard print. I loved this bag so much. Little bucket that is calf hair and very lightweight. I love the way it like kind of draped as well. Had to do a little visit to these point shoes from Louboutin that I've been so curious about because I see them online a lot. And as somebody who wore point shoes, like actually for like 15 years, I have no desire to stick my feet back in there, but I do think they're beautiful. This is the Valentino archive. That is just, I don't know, I think it's really interesting how they put out these collections that are for sale, and they're just vintage clothes that are from all sorts of time periods, and just very, very enchanting. We're here with Tiffany Joe, which I am so excited to get time to talk to her about one of our favorite bags, Oleada. I've had this one now for about 2 months.
Oh my God.
And I wear it all of the time. And one of the reasons that I love it is because it's just, I love carrying my bag like this.
Yeah.
It's very ergonomic, and even if I'm wearing like a big bulky jacket, you know, the winter coats and things, like it just feels really good. But I wanted to hear from you, your newest drops and how you started the company and design.
Well, this is our small leather goods collection. It has been there forever, and because like in our very first 5 years, we've been very focusing on the bags, and now we start to see a lot of traction on the small leather goods, because I assume people not only want the big bag, they also want something as a treat to their family, to their friends. Actually, for our this year Valentine's Day campaign, which is why I'm wearing something very red. It's called Emotional Baggage. Why I want to put on the Emotional Baggage campaign? Because I believe a lot of brands, like right now during this season, the Valentine's, they all consume love, and I want to offer something really different to our audience. Let them drop their baggage, because I believe like if you are able to unload certain things, you can travel lighter in this year. That is how I want to wish our entire community, especially for professional women. And I believe that we host too much. You are mom, you are a wife, you also have your full-time job as an influencer, as a content creator. It's a lot. We need to breathe. That's why.
Oh, I already feel lighter.
Oh, I'm so happy. You have to try the form and drop your baggage. You have your question why I started the company. This is actually my year 6.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We're just super happy because I think the past 5 years taught me a lot. Actually, we reshaped the brand, like evolved a lot as well. I didn't come from a fashion background. I always telling people this is Oleada is my third life, and my first life is an engineer, and my second life is working as a private equity investor, more on the finance side. Oleada is my third life, and I didn't come from a fashion world. It took me 5 years to really understand how to build a brand. It's literally a feeling, it's an emotional connection. That's why we're here and talking to each other, building that connection. That's why we offer this campaign, us to feel like being seen, being heard, and we really care about them. Then that money and that conversion will come after.
One of the reasons why your brand resonates with so many people is because you lived and breathed the life of a true working woman.
Yes.
You understand the needs and the dynamic nuances of going into the day, needing to pack your laptop and pack for your whole day, but then also like having plans after work and wanting to really just look chic and still feel beautiful and relevant, versus like I have like my ugly work bag and now I have like my pretty bag. It's just it's too much.
You don't need to choose in between.
No.
Well, back then when I was working as a banker, I have my like job, like I have to work like 7 to 8, then I have to run to my date or whatsoever. Then I couldn't even find a bag. I think I started a brand at one side because I couldn't find the perfect work bag. I believe everyone is more than their job title. Being able to express yourself even at a work scenario is really powerful.
Well, I saw it firsthand. I was at a fashion show a couple of nights ago at Zhang Toi, and it's a very glamorous show with a lot of celebrities. And I saw your bag, like your work bag. Not even like, I was wearing this one actually, but like a honest to goodness, like your hobo and the Marina Carryall.
Some other influencers.
And I saw other people wearing your
so
bags, and you know, you could tell that they had been wearing it all day. That was just, it was really fun to see that.
I'm launching a new bag that you can wear in 10 different ways, even going out for dinner.
My goodness, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
That's so exciting. Before I let you go, this little pocket saved my life yesterday because I'm at a hotel right now. And like, I'm the kind of person that the minute I leave my hotel room, like I've lost my key, like somewhere in my bag, somewhere. And like, it was just such an easy, like,
slot for your metro card, bags, things
it
like
was like
that.
a lifesaver. So this is like the first trip where I don't lose like my hotel key. Very thoughtful and buttery soft, like.
Yeah, we imported all our leather.
I don't feel like like I'm going to ruin my, like I'm a big like rough and tumble boy mom, and I feel like I'm always like about to destroy my bags, and like this definitely can keep up with me.
This is my Valentine's Day outfit. Don't have any other shoes, unfortunately. So I don't love the line of this, but kind of does a job. This is a silk dress. I've had it forever. It's pretty old. I have really bad static, so hopefully I can kind of lose that throughout the night. And then my little faux fur coat, this bag that I can only wear tonight because I don't really need anything except lipstick. And for a coat, probably and for a coat we're doing the chocolate faux fur.